please.
For which movie?
I just wanted to go on this little baby rant about Rachel Zegler, Disney's worst investment ever in the history of Disney investments.
Rachel Zegler is a loudmouth dope.
Snow White producer's son blames Rachel Zegler for poor box office.
She has this underlying anger and hatred in her that always has to take it like one step too far. So first and foremost, we're going to be cast as Snow White. Maybe appreciate the original Snow White.
She's not going to be safe with the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love.
God forbid a woman dream about true love. We're all just sitting around here, maybe I could be president one day. I hate men. I just want to be president.
Fastest way to tank your career, go out there and start running your mouth and trashing the original IP of the film you're in.
A win. The winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
BBC said Disney's Snow White has a major identity crisis. I mean, guys, every single one of these reviews is just absolutely brutal. And what you also need to know is that these are not politically driven reviews. I mean, most of them are from the camp that should be supporting Disney, that should be behind this new progressive take on Snow White, and yet they can't because the film is apparently just that bad.
Trump wins, and Rachel decides to go on really just a psychopathic, demented rant, basically accusing all Trump supporters of being awful people, which is par for the course. I'm okay with that. But then she wished harm on Trump and all of his supporters for the next years to come. And you're so out of touch. You've never probably even spoken to a farmer or a rancher. You don't know any people to speak up who have issues filling up their tank. You've just been living in Hollywood, La La Land for so long.
Also, there's nothing wrong with wanting a man. Can we not have chivalry in this world anymore? There's nothing wrong with saying, you know what? I'd love for a man to come scoop me up and provide for me.
TLDR, the girls and the gays, we all want a man. We all dream about true love. So Disney, that is not outdated.
No longer 1937. And we absolutely wrote a Snow White.
That
is
not going to be saved by
You
the
wrote
prince.
it?
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be. The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story. With a guy who literally stalks her.
Say it louder so your other eye can hear you.
Ever watch a movie flop so hard that even the lead actress had to sit alone in an empty theater just to process the disaster? That's exactly what happened to Rachel Zegler. This wasn't just a box office bomb. It was a full-blown Hollywood. From brutal reviews to co-star drama, Rachel didn't just crash and burn. She lit the entire kingdom on fire. And what happened next? Let's just say Disney's PR team is still recovering. Snow White's numbers weren't just bad, they were historic. A $370 million budget, and in return, a $43 million opening. Even Dumbo outperformed this, and that elephant literally flew away from theaters. By its second weekend, ticket sales dropped 66%, losing to a hard-working man, a no-name action film with 1,000 fewer screens. The math is brutal. 142 million worldwide against a near 400 million spend. Analysts say Disney's looking at a 100 mem plus loss, but the real kicker? The IMDb score tanked to 1.5 at one point. That's, should this movie exist? Levels of bad. But the flop wasn't just about money. Rachel Zegler talked this movie into the grave. She called the original Snow White weird, trashed the prince as a stalker, and told entire political groups not to watch. Spoiler, they listened. Then came the Gal Gadot feud, skipping her and cast thank yous, shady pageant queen comments, and rumors of on-set tension so bad Disney beefed up Gadot's security. By the time Rachel's apology dropped, fans treated it like a hostage. Video signed by Mickey Mouse himself. Disney adults revolted. Memes of empty theaters went viral. And that clip of Rachel saying, "People will wait in line to see me," it aged like milk in the sun. The irony? She technically got her wish, just not the way she imagined, because the only lines were for refunds. Even Spielberg reportedly side-eyed the chaos. And when Hollywood's golden boy thinks you've gone, Rogue, you're in trouble. Jobs vanished. Toy Story 5, gone. Pirates of the Caribbean, scrapped. A Haunted Mansion trilogy, poof. Studios don't gamble on actors who bring more drama than dollars. And Rachel's life-changing experience post? It rang hollow next to those empty theater selfies. This wasn't just a bad movie. It was a masterclass in how to nuke your career in 4K. So can Rachel Zegler come back? Maybe. Hollywood loves a redemption arc. But for now, she's the face of Disney's biggest identity crisis, and a warning, Trash the original, alienate fans, and mix politics with fairy tales? Your happily ever after might just be a meme. Drop a comment. Does Rachel deserve a second chance, or is this kingdom forever burned?